Hey everyone, my name is Brenda and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about one of the worst dates that I've ever been on. I have been on a lot of worst dates, really bad dates. If you've gone on dates, you know some of them can be super shitty. So, and it sucks, because sometimes some of them get crazy, like the one that I'm about to tell you. This guy, he messaged me on Facebook. He found me on a sales page actually because I was selling clothes at that time. So he's like, hey, you seem like a really pretty girl. Can I get to know you? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? We can get to know each other. So we were talking for 2 months, right? And this was around like Christmas time. So I was gonna get like a shit ton of work at work, and I was gonna get a lot of homework. And I ended up telling him on the third month that we were talking, like, hey, dude, like, I'm not gonna be messaging you as often anymore because I have a lot of work to do and I have a lot of things in my personal life. And he was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It seemed like he was very understanding of my situation. But then he started realizing that I wasn't messaging him as often anymore. So um, he started messaging me. He was like, hey, what's going on? Why aren't you messaging me? And I was like, bro, like, I told you, I have a lot of things to do at work. I have a lot of homework. It's crazy right now. So he was like, oh, yeah, yeah, I forgot. 1 or 2 weeks passed by. He messages me again. And he's like, hey, what's going on? Why are you being distant from me? And I'm like, bro, I told you, it's finals season. Like, it's finals time right now. Like, I don't have the time to be messaging you like how I used to. He's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. So I'm like, you know, don't be messaging me about why aren't you messaging me? Like, I already told you. One day I come out of work and I end up heading over to the gym and I'm exercising, right? And this guy is texting me and I'm texting back with him. And he's like, so what's gonna happen? Are we gonna meet up or what? He's like, it's been a while that I've been wanting to see you. Like, what's happening? And I was like, you know what? I've been busy. I already told you a couple times. If you want, we can meet up today. I am so dumb. I am so dumb because it was late at night. I didn't have my pocket knife. I didn't have nothing to protect me. He was like, okay, he was like, why don't you come on over? And then after that, I'll take you on a little date. He was like, I could take you out to some tacos. So I was like, okay. Like, you got me. You got me in the tacos. So I was like, all right, for sure. So I get in my car. I'm like, hey, like, send me your address. And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. So he sends me his address. And something inside of me while I was driving over there told me, like, don't be a dumbass. Go home. Get your ass to sleep. And the other part of me is like, girl, I got so much energy. I just came out the gym. I went to work and I'm still working out. Like, damn. My unstoppable ass goes over there, right? And I end up calling him. I'm like, hey, I'm outside your house. I'm ready to go. Like, let's go. And he was like, let me come downstairs real quick. So he comes downstairs. We meet each other. I give him a hug. And then he's like, park your car inside my house. So I'm like, all right, sure, why not? So I go over around the corner and I park my car inside his house. And then I see his gate closing. It's like a huge ass gate and it's closing. And he locks it. Fuck. Like, I'm screwed. I really am screwed. And he noticed it on my face. He was like, what's going on? And I was like, no, nothing. And he was like, you seem scared. And I'm like, no, I'm not scared. And he was like, don't be scared. I'm not gonna do anything. Ha 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 ha. He was like, come on, get inside the car. He was like, up, because I'm gonna take you out to eat. And then I get inside the car. We start driving off, right? And then we're like maybe 5 blocks away from his house. And he's like, fuck, I forgot my wallet at home. So then I was like, man, that sucks. So I guess we have to go back to your place. So he's like, no, we're good. I guess I could take you somewhere else. So then I told him, like, where are you planning to take me? And then he's like, oh man, I don't even have gas in my car. And I'm like, all right, perfect. I'm like, let's go back to your place. Let's go get your wallet. And he was like, no. He was like, I'm gonna take you somewhere fun. So I'm like, it's 11 o'clock at night. Where in the hell we're gonna go have fun on a freaking Wednesday in LA? Like, where? And because I don't go out like that, so I don't really know a lot of places. And he's like, don't worry about it. He was like, you're gonna have fun. It's really pretty. Then he tells me, it's like, I'm taking you to some hills. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I have seen so many freaking crime shows. By then, it clicked in my head that I was like, oh, fuck, I'm screwed. I really am screwed. And this guy, he's driving up the hill. I was like, hey, how about we go back to your house and you know, we go get your wallet. I don't want to be up here in the hills. He's like, no, no, no. He was like, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. And I told him, but you're gonna run out of gas. Like, I don't want to be pushing your car late at night. And then he's like, don't worry about it, we're okay, we're okay. So then we end up parking behind these guys that were smoking weed, and we start talking, right? Tell me why the conversation then switches to serial killers. Serial killers. And I'm just like, fuck. Like, why do you have to talk about serial killers? It's late at night. I was like, it's late at night. I just met you. Why are you talking about serial killers? And then he does this dumbass shit where he goes like, boom, like that. And I'm like, bro, like, no, 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 no. We just met, like, that's not cool. And he's like, what? Am I scaring you? Is it scaring you, the fact that I'm talking about serial killers? I'm like, who talks about serial killers on their first freaking date? Like, I don't understand that shit. And I'm like, and to top it off, you said you were taking me to tacos. That's the reason I agreed to come to this date. And no, this is not cool. I'm up on a hill that I don't even recognize. Like, I don't even know this place. And then he's like, don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything to you. He was like, but if I wanted to, I could. He was like, because we're on a hill. I could easily just throw you over. And I'm like, fuck, man. Fuck, man. Like, why did I come? Why did I come? And then he starts telling me about the coyotes that roam around there. And he's like, well, there's a coyote coming from behind us. And I didn't believe him. I was like, dude, you're lying. You are lying. Like, there is no damn coyote coming behind us. And he's like, well, then look. I had never seen a coyote in my life. So I turn around and there's a freaking coyote coming from behind us. And I'm just like, you serious right now? And then he lowers down his window and he starts calling the coyote over to the car. And he's like if it's a dog. I'm like, boy, you crazy. What are you doing? And he's like, oh, they're harmless. You are talking about serial killers and now you're calling a coyote like if it's a dog. What the hell? You know what? This is my fault. This is my fault. And he's like, I'm not gonna do anything. The coyote's not gonna do anything to you. And we're in a small little car, right? And he's like opening up my window and he's like, there's another one coming from your side. There was like 5 coyotes, and the guys that were in the front smoking pot, like, they jumped into their car and they were like, screw that. You just see them like pull up their windows and this guy's lowering down the window. And I was like, okay, he's talking about serial killers. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna throw me over, or he's gonna feed me to the damn coyotes. Like, that's what was running through my mind at that time. And I was like, hey, you know what? Like, I think it's time for me to go home. Like, it's really late at night and I have to go to work tomorrow. And I'm just very busy. Remember I told you that? He's like, no, I'm not gonna take you anywhere. We're gonna sit here and we're gonna talk. And I was like, but I don't have nothing else to talk about. You're over here scaring me talking about serial killers and you're calling over a coyote like if it's a damn dog. I'm like, I don't want to be here no more. And he's like, no, 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 no. You're gonna sit here and you're gonna talk to me. So by then I already knew that this guy, there was something loose in his freaking head. Like, he was missing more screws than me. And I told him, no, I don't feel comfortable. I want to go home. I want to go to my car. And he's like, no, 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 you're gonna stay. It turns like around 12 o'clock at night and I'm like, hey, it's time for me to go to my car. I really have to go to work. And he's like, no, you don't. He was like, you can do something else for a living, or I can take care of you. Like, we can live happy and this and that. And I'm like, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? Live happy? What are you talking about? Like, are you serious right now? I was trying to eat some tacos. I ain't trying to live happily ever after right now. I'm fucking 22 years old. I want to be happy, like, eating tacos, not with you. And he's like, well, you know what? Until I feel tired, that's when I'm going to take you back to your car. But as of right now, you're going to sit here. So we're just sitting there. And then I'm the type of person that's constantly thinking of ways to get out of freaking messes, because I've been in so much shit. And I'm like, all right, well, in my head, I was like, all right, I'm going to talk to this guy and I'm just going to make him feel very comfortable. After that, I was like, you know what? I was like, actually, I'm very, very hungry. can we go down the hill to go eat? And he was like, no, you're just trying to leave. Like, what are you thinking? You think I'm dumb and this and that. So he started kind of catching up to my game. He knew that I was just playing things off, and he knew that I didn't want to be there and I didn't feel comfortable anymore. So I start freaking out, and I'm like, I'm gonna call the police if you don't take me down. I was like, take me back to my car, I'm calling the cops. After that, he was like, okay. He was like, I'll take you back to your car. So we're driving down the hill, right? And we're getting closer to his house. And that's when he tells me, you know what? If I could kidnap you, I would kidnap you right now. And he was like, and I would take you to Mexico and I will marry you over there. And nobody will know. He was like, because you're gonna be in a rancho. I was like, man, like, are you serious right now? He was like, yeah, if I could kidnap you, I would. He was like, I would kidnap you like that. Dude, the moment that we drove back to his apartment, he drove his car inside and he was like, can you give me a kiss? No, I'm not gonna give you a kiss. The best you're gonna get out of me is a damn hug, and you should be appreciative of that too, because you just talked about serial killers. You told me you were gonna fucking throw me over the damn hill, and you were talking about freaking coyotes chewing me up, and you kidnapping me and taking me to Mexico. I was like, no, you're not gonna get a kiss. You're gonna get a fucking hug with a little pat on the shoulder, and that's it. And then he was like, so am I gonna see you again? No. So I got in my car, right? And I was like, what the? If I'm gonna meet up with anybody that I've never met before, I'm going to the freaking restaurant. I'm driving myself over there. Drive yourself. Like, take an Uber, drive yourself. Don't go in anybody's car ever, because you don't know what their true intentions are or what's going on in their brain, you know? Like, you don't know that. So I ended up realizing after so many fuck ups, after so many dates, that I was putting my life at risk. And I know it sounds sad, because it's like you're just trying to go out, have fun, and meet people, but not everybody's gonna be sane. A couple dates where people go crazy on me, like a Tinder date and guns involved and stuff like that. Like, it's not worth it. I don't care if I have spider webs down there. I'd rather be alone.